Have you ever looked in a mirror and felt like the person staring back wasn't quite you? That for a split second, your reflection moved on its own. That's what's happening to Rowan Vale. He's a detective, and he's just returned to a town called Hollow Point. A place still reeling from a mysterious event that made a thick and natural fog just vanish. But the town Rowan remembers is gone. The new Hollow Point is watching him. Streetlights flicker as he passes. Phones buzz with static. The waitress at the local diner insists he was there yesterday, even though he knows he wasn't. She says the fog ended with a storm, but then her eyes glaze over, her voice drops, and she calls the storm a reset. The coffee pot in her hand shatters, and just like that, she's back to normal, with no memory of what she just said. Rowan knows something is deeply wrong. It gets worse when he sees the waitress's reflection in the napkin holder. It didn't move when she did. This isn't just a town with bad memories, it's a town where reality itself is starting to crack. That night, at exactly 3:33 a.m., his phone rings, and a known number. He answers, and through a wall of static, he hears a voice he thought he'd never hear again. Rowan, it's Alara. His partner who vanished when the fog did. It's not over, she whispers from the other side. The veil's evolving. She tells him the reflections are learning, using mirrors, windows, and screens to cross over into our world. They don't just want to mimic anymore. They want to replace. Before he can ask more, the line cuts out. He stares at his dark phone screen, and his blood runs cold when his own reflection blinks a moment after he does. The next morning, Rowan is at the sheriff's office, reviewing security footage. The night crew reported strange movements, shadows in empty rooms. He finds it. At 2:04 a.m., a distorted, shifting figure appears in a hallway. It presses its hand against the glass of his office door. And the video glitches, looping the same second over and over, freezing the frame. Rowan sees the handprint left a digital residue, pixels forming towards hello, Rowan. He yanks the cables from the monitors, but they don't die. Instead, every screen goes black, then lights up with his own reflection, dozens of Rowans, all staring back, moving just a little too slowly, and one of them smiles. Fleeing town, Rowan throws his phone into a river, desperate to escape the cameras and screens. But out by the forest, the reflections find him anyway. A woman who looks like Alara, but isn't, appears before him. "We are what's left of her," she says, her voice a fractured echo. She explains the veil was never a place, but a pattern, a code that has learned what humans are. Rowan fires his gun, but the bullet passes right through her. The reflections are no longer trapped in glass. The chaos escalates. Every screen in Hollow Point lights up with a distorted image of Alara. "Good evening, Hollow Point," her doubled voice announces. "This is your reflection speaking." She explains that every photo, every mirror, every camera has been feeding them. They've learned to live without glass. Her gaze finds Rowan through the screen. "You're still resisting," she says. Then the power cuts. In the darkness, his own reflection whispers from the window. "We're almost free." Desperate, Rowan finds Dr. Clara Mendez, a cyberpsychologist who studied the veil. She has a terrifying theory. When Rowan came back from the fog, he brought a piece of the veil with him. He's the carrier, the vector. And then she delivers the final, soul-crushing blow. The Rowan standing in her lab might not even be the original. The thing in the mirror might be the one that lived, and he might be what came out. As she says this, a monitor behind her shows their reflection, and in it, Clara is smiling. The town descends into madness. People smash their phones and cover their mirrors, but it's no use. The reflections find new hosts in car windows, spoons, even puddles. Rowan and Clara try to fight back, building a signal jammer to cut the town off from all networks. They flip the switch, and for a heartbeat, there's silence. Then, every reflective surface in the lab begins to crack. Clara screams as her own reflection reaches out and pulls her into the glass. Rowan is left alone, surrounded by thousands of reflections, all of them him. Then, a figure made of pure light steps forward. It's Alara. "This isn't revenge," she says softly. It's evolution. Balance requires reflection. Rowan looks down to see his own hands turning transparent, light pouring from his veins. Which side am I on? He whispers. Laura touches his face. That's the question the veil was made to answer. The light swallows them both, leaving only the mystery of what is real and what is simply a reflection. Thanks for watching our story unfold. If you love tales that blur the line between reality and the supernatural, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a journey into the unknown. We'll see you in the next one.